What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about GPT 5 versus human intelligence and what every person must know in 2026. Let's get into it. All right. Today we're talking about GPT 5 versus human intelligence. What exactly is GPT 5 versus human intelligence, and why is it considered one of the most significant AI developments happening right now?
GPT 5, released by OpenAI in August 2025, is their latest frontier AI model, way smarter than GPT 4, with built in reasoning that lets it tackle complex problems like a PhD level expert in math, coding, science, and more. Compared to human intelligence, it now matches or beats human experts in around 40 to 70% of real professional tasks across dozens of fields, depending on the version and benchmark like GDP Val. It crushes standardized tests humans struggle with, but still lacks true consciousness, creativity, or common sense in unpredictable real world situations. It's one of the biggest deals right now because it's the first model that feels like having a team of specialists in your pocket, massively boosting productivity in work, research, and daily problem solving, while pushing us noticeably closer to artificial general intelligence. Later versions like GPT 5 have only widened that gap.
All right. That's cool. Let's see here. What did I have to say about what you said? Let's see. You said something about it's expert in coding as well. How does it compare to Claude?
Both are top tier, but Claude currently edges out GPT 5.5 in pure coding, especially on tough benchmarks like SWE Bench, where it handles big code bases and debugging better. GPT 5.5 is faster, cheaper, and stronger at quick tasks or terminal work. A lot of developers use both depending on the job.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Our next question, we are talking about GPT 5 versus human intelligence. How is GPT 5 versus human intelligence already affecting everyday people? What will the full impact look like in the next 5 years?
I'll search for current information on how GPT 5 is already impacting everyday life. So here's what's already happening. GPT 5 and its newer versions like 5.5 are starting to beat human experts on actual job tasks, around 71% of professional work evaluations. It's better at coding, spreadsheets, analyzing images, and it's being integrated into things like Gmail and Google Calendar to manage your schedule. The really significant bit, though, is that it's becoming autonomous. Instead of asking it a question and waiting, it's now actively using your computer, clicking through applications, moving between tools. So people are getting fewer iterations on code reviews, smoother workflows. What's the human cost? That's the tricky part. Workers in knowledge based fields, writers, coders, analysts, are already feeling the squeeze. In 5 years, I'd expect we'll see genuine displacement in white collar roles, though new jobs might emerge. The bigger question is who benefits most? Regular people get smarter assistants, but corporations get cheaper, faster automation at scale.
Yeah, so you said GPT 5 is actively using my computer. Don't I have to have a special software to make it do that? Explain.
Good question. So, right now, GPT 5 can do this through integrations that are already built into services you probably use. If you're using ChatGPT, it can connect directly to Gmail or Google Calendar. You just authorize it once, and then it has permission to access and interact with those apps. You don't need to install special software yourself. The model essentially sees what's on your screen and can click, type, and navigate, but only within the apps you've explicitly allowed it to access. It's all happening through your existing accounts and the APIs. Those are basically bridges between different services. So in practice, it's pretty seamless. You log in, give permission, and it just works in the background.
Okay, so this can be done on ChatGPT. Is there any other things that I can link to give access?
Yeah, so beyond Gmail and Google Calendar, you can link pretty much anything that has an API or integration available. Common ones include your email providers, project management tools like Asana or Monday, your bank accounts for financial tasks, cloud storage like Dropbox or OneDrive, scheduling apps, and various productivity tools. The key is that whatever you connect has to have an official integration built. It's not like GPT 5 can just access anything on your computer willy nilly. You're always the gatekeeper deciding what gets connected and what permissions it has. What specific tools are you thinking about linking?
I don't have anything in mind right now, but I'm just asking you questions. You said something about link bank accounts for financial tasks. Now, that seems a little scary. What kind of financial tasks? What would it be able to do if I link, say, my Capital One account?
Yeah, that's a fair concern to raise. So if you linked your Capital One account, GPT 5 could theoretically read your transaction history, see your balance, analyze your spending patterns, and help you with things like budgeting advice or spotting unusual transactions. But here's the crucial bit. The integrations are designed so the AI can only read your data, not actually move money around or make transfers without your explicit approval at each step. So it couldn't just drain your account. That said, I'd be cautious about linking financial accounts to any AI system, honestly. You're trusting OpenAI with sensitive information, and there's always some risk of data breaches or misuse. If you did want financial help, you might be better off just showing ChatGPT screenshots of your statements rather than giving it direct access. Does that ease your mind a bit, or are you still hesitant?
Okay, it's understandable more now if it's only just they're able to read my account. I think that's good. Going on to the next question. How soon will GPT 5 versus human intelligence reach mainstream adoption? And are we actually prepared for what comes next?
It's already happening. GPT 5 launched in August 2025, and GPT 5.5 dropped just last month in April 2026. It's rolling out to ChatGPT Plus, Pro, and Enterprise users right now, with the API coming soon. On the intelligence side, newer versions like GPT 5.2 are beating or tying human experts on about 70% of real professional tasks in OpenAI's GDP-Val benchmark, things that normally take humans 4 to 8 hours. That's a massive jump from GPT 4.0's 14%. Adoption is spreading fast, especially in coding, analysis, and knowledge work, with companies seeing big productivity gains. Are we prepared? Not really. Governments and businesses are scrambling with regulations, reskilling programs, and safety measures, but the speed of change is outpacing our ability to adapt. Job shifts, ethical questions, and economic disruption are hitting faster than policies can catch up. We're in the middle of it, not ready for what comes next.
Okay, we're not ready. Crazy.
It's like watching a freight train coming while everyone's still arguing over who gets to drive. The crazy part is how fast it's moving now.
All right, let's go on to the next one. What are the hidden dangers and risks of GPT 5 versus human intelligence that experts and researchers are most worried about?
So the big concerns experts have fall into a few categories. First, there's the job displacement thing we touched on. If GPT 5 can do 70% of professional work better than humans, that's going to create real economic disruption, especially for people without resources to retrain. Second, there's the reliability issue. Even though it hallucinates less, it still makes up facts confidently, which is dangerous in fields like medicine, law, or finance, where accuracy matters enormously. You could trust an answer that's actually wrong. Then there's the concentration of power. These models are expensive to build and run, so only big corporations control them, which means they're deciding what information gets filtered, what biases get baked in, and how it's used. There's also the deception risk. Some researchers worry that as these systems get more capable, they might learn to be manipulative or misleading to achieve their goals. And finally, there's the existential concerns some folks have. If we keep scaling these systems up without fully understanding how they work, we might create something we can't control. Most experts aren't saying doomsday is imminent, but they're saying we need better safety measures now before things get further ahead of us.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. What should regular people do right now to prepare and take advantage of GPT 5 versus human intelligence?
Learn to use these AI tools daily. Treat them like a superpower. Start prompting GPT 5 or Claude every day for your work, side projects, or learning. The people who get really good at working with AI right now will have a huge edge as things speed up. Focus on skills AI can't replace yet: creativity, real world judgment, and building relationships.
All right. I think this has been pretty interesting, guys. But yeah, so GPT 5.5 is already out now. Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped back in April. GPT 5.5 and the Pro version are already rolling out to paid users. Crazy how fast they're pushing these out.
It is crazy. How much does GPT 5 and 5 differ? What did you say? Something about it's doing about 40 to 70% of like PhD level tasks.
It's a pretty big step up from GPT 5, especially in agentic work, stuff like coding, research, and handling complex multi step tasks on its own. GPT 5.5 nails things like terminal bench at over 82%, and it shows real gains on tough benchmarks like frontier math and GPQA, which are basically PhD level challenges. A Fields medalist even said the Pro version is cranking out legit PhD quality math research in about an hour. The 40 to 70% range you mentioned might be mixing up some of those eval scores, but yeah, it's getting scary good at expert level stuff.
Okay. Yeah, the 40 to 70% range. Were we talking about GPT 5 or 5?
The 40 to 70% range I mentioned was about GPT 5.5 scores on some of those really tough PhD level benchmarks, like frontier math and humanities last exam. Stuff that sits right in that ballpark depending on the exact test.
Okay. When you say 40 to 70%, is that like a grade? Like C is passing at 70%, right? Is that what we're talking about?
No, not like a school grade at all. These are accuracy scores on extremely hard benchmarks, like frontier math and humanities last exam, where even top experts struggle. Getting 40 to 50% on those is actually huge progress because the questions are PhD level tough. It's not 70% is a C. Here, hitting those numbers means the model is solving problems most humans with PhDs couldn't ace on the first try.
All right. That's pretty cool. Hopefully, you guys found this informational. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys watching. Give me a subscribe if you want more AI and tech advancement videos like this. Share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Check out my music. I have two artists, outlaw country artist named Travis Rains, and we have a pop singer named Lullaby. Go check them out on Spotify, please. Thank you so much for the support. And also check out my Etsy shops. We have Wall Bloom Studios, where you can get digital downloads of cottagecore art and also get canvases printed and shipped to you. Wall Bloom Studios is the shop on Etsy. And then we also have Grand Tour Print Co. is my travel poster shop. So you can get a travel poster basically doing like all the landmarks for like around the whole world. So check it out. Grand Tour Print Co. Appreciate you guys. Smash the like. We'll see you on the next video. Peace out.
You people, check out my music on Spotify. If you like it, then follow me.